and welcome to Retro Americana. I'm your host, Jeremy Scott. We're back in the 70s, kids, today. This episode, we're solely in the 70s, film-wise and artifact-wise. I got one film. It's from 1972. It's the construction of the World Trade Center made by the Port Authority, 1972. Really cool film, you know, and obviously it means even more now that, we're living in a post 9/11 world. I think it's really cool. These were very, very cocky projects, those two towers. So, from 1972, the construction of the World Trade Center. Enjoy.
One of the most dramatic events in New York City in the 1960s was the construction of the World Trade Center. Design and construction would take years and the efforts of thousands of people. A project of this size created enormous challenges. Challenges that demanded the use of dramatic new engineering concepts. A wide variety of designs was considered. Final plans called for a complex of low-level buildings surrounding two 1,350-foot towers, the tallest ever built. Their great height was made possible by the use of load-bearing walls. Extremely tall buildings were traditionally inefficient, since huge amounts of interior space were taken up by structural supports and elevators. The Trade Center towers would overcome this problem. The exterior walls were designed to bear much of the weight of the towers, as well as all the wind loads. The only internal supports would be in a central core of columns. Elevators would be placed in the shafts formed by the core columns. To further conserve space, the towers would be organized into 3 zones served by express elevators. Local elevators would run within each zone. These engineering considerations determine the tower's basic design. Sheer, symmetrical walls rising without setbacks. The site selected for the Trade Center was an old section of Manhattan's Lower West Side. The area housed a great number of small businesses, but the predominance of electronic stores caused it to be known as Radio Row. In 1966, demolition began. In all, 164 buildings had to be torn down, and generations of power, telephone, gas, steam, and water lines had to be rerouted. The site actually consisted of waterlogged landfill, which had accumulated over 2 centuries